I'm Carole-Ann Scott, and I'm co-founder, lead photographer, videographer, an all-round chatty chat person of Harper Scott Photography. I don't identify myself as a wedding photographer. I'm a creative person that happens to work within the wedding space. I was studying photography for a while, doing an online learning course, and I remember seeing a couple of Scottish wedding photographers work and just thinking, that's amazing. So then I've taken my creative brain and focused it on the wedding industry, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. My photography is an expression of who I am, and I am creative. I get bored easily, so like I like to experiment. I am fun. Every wedding that I shoot, I'm looking for that killer, incredible, beautiful light that will just elevate the ordinary to something that could be on, I don't know, Vogue. And that's the thing, like a lot of clients will come to me and say, oh, you know, you work with like really cool people, or like you know, thinking that like they are the kind of people that would be involved, but they're not. It's how I use the light. So that's my favorite part, is creating that magic. It's a synchronicity of finding the light, creating the light, nailing the composition. Like for me, every single image needs to be beautiful or meaningful, or be a standalone piece. I'm not satisfied in just taking a photo that's, well, there's the auntie having a laugh. Like, I want to create something that says something that's beautiful. So that's what I enjoy on every single wedding day, is hunting and working hard to bring that together. The majority of my clients, couples who book me, will say, oh my goodness, I'm not like the people on your website. And the amount of times I've had to say, yeah, that's what everyone says, and that's why you're booking someone like me. It's to capture that and capture your essence in an authentic way. And so there's very little direction. Like most of what I shoot is in the moment. And people find that hard to believe, but I'm just really fastidious about light composition and hunting out those moments. I run a tight ship when it comes to the group shots, but tight and efficient doesn't mean boring. And like, we have so much fun and we play around with different combinations of how people stand. It's important just to carve out a little bit of time to remember that moment that is never going to be repeated ever again in your entire life with those people together. But again, it can be fun. Like my clients love group shots. Group shots it's part of the day, it's part of the experience. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, group shots isn't just something you do, it's something for me that we experience together. And yeah, we have fun. It sounds really naff, but I think just go with your gut. Find some, but don't overthink it. Find some photographers who you really like, whether that's through venue recommendation. Recommendation, word of mouth is always good. Whether it's from friends, whatever, but kind of compile some photographers. And like, honestly, I would not overthink, oh my goodness, I want this style or I want that style. I would just contact them and make sure that they look through full galleries. That's really essential, because the website and socials are effectively the best foot forward, but actually those photographers might not be able to handle certain parts of the day, and their style might not be consistent throughout the whole day. And then obviously it just comes down to budget, you know, what suits for the budget. But yeah, I just think it's not something, like, this is probably really bad advice actually, but don't overthink it.
So definitely don't just take what you see on Instagram.
100% not, absolutely not. You have got to look through full galleries. So, you know, I've got over 100 reviews on Google, and I've worked really hard for those, but it's because I want to reassure my couples that I'm the real deal. And I know of photographers who have gone on a couple of like styled shoots, so that's they'll have a beautiful couple in a beautiful location with beautiful light, and then they'll pay money to go on that shoot, and then they'll create images that then become portfolio content. And you know what, you really like really need to kind of consider, is what you're seeing authentic and real? And that's where, if you look through, 3 or 4 full galleries, then you'll be able to pick up pretty soon if they're like to be trusted.
Yeah, there's a big difference between creating a beautiful image on a styled shoot where everything's pretty laid back compared to the potential chaos and real schedule of a wedding day and all those different variables that could potentially go wrong, but mostly don't. Very, very big difference. So I think it's such an important message. Do your homework, make sure that you check those portfolios thoroughly. Such valuable advice. But thank you so much for taking time to share your wisdom with my audience today. I really, really appreciate it.
And thank you for your wisdom. I know you do.